Kuwa na usafiri, watu wataweza kusafiri kwa kutumia ile water bus kuelekea Kisumu na hata
here. And let us then also agree with Uganda so that we know exactly where the border is.
Is Raila Odinga unwell? Now, that's not the kind of question you expect to ask about a man currently basking in the glow of political relevance, basking in Homa Bay under the big tent of broad-based governance.
Kwa kipindi kirefu sana imekuwa na hatari mingi katika usafiri wa majini hapa kweli.
But here we are, deep in the Twitter trenches, squinting at an elderly man's trouser zip like it's a Rosetta Stone. It all began innocently enough. A photo of the former Prime Minister standing beside President William Ruto surfaced on Twitter, courtesy of ODM's ever-busy Chief of Communication Philip Etale. But as quickly as it was posted, it disappeared, deleted with the urgency of a scandal in the making. Too late. Screenshots are forever, and before you could say Baba, the image had made its rounds across the Kenyan internet. But it wasn't the smiles or the symbolism of the Raila-Ruto proximity that sparked the frenzy. It was what was happening south of Baba's belt. The nation zoomed in, and what they saw or think they saw were tiny droplets right around the zip area of Raila's trousers. Mysterious, moist, suspicious. Within seconds, theories began flowing faster. Was it water, urine, a bad splash from a faulty tap, a tragic betrayal by bladder control? No one could confirm, but Kenyan netizens, ever the forensic analysts, quickly concluded the droplets looked a lot like urine. Some speculated this might be a health issue. After all, Baba isn't exactly a spring chicken. Born in 1945, Raila is now 80 years old. The days when he could charge into rallies like a political matador are behind him. Lately, even his speeches have grown more subdued, his words slower, less fiery.
Dumakwili ni ile mnyama inaonekana kama nyoka, lakini haina kichwa au mkia. Unajua wajaluo wanaita adagaria.
Wananchi wote hamjambo. Hamjambo tena. Jutuo saureuru. Oyaore. Gunmaver. Thank you. Your Excellency.
You listen to Raila Odinga speaking today. One user commented, and you realize age is finally catching up with him. Even a mugumo tree eventually falls. Others took a darker turn, connecting the moment to the brutal torture Raila endured during the Moi dictatorship. Some pointed to rumors that during his many detentions, his groin area was targeted, injuries he has hinted at in the past.
As you know, I've also been in political detention for a long time. You saw me walk away from that place because of that light interferes with me, and you see my eyes sometimes watering because of the damages I suffered when I was in the detention and the poor lighting in detention. That is what damaged my eyes. Now,
pale wakitoka mahakama wamechapatiwa nini hukumu ya kifo, wanakuja wanapiga mimi kwa heri, lakini hayo mimi naenda salimu watu wangu, salimu wa Kenya, mimi nakufa, lakini mimi nakufa kwa niaba ya Wakenya. Kwa hivyo
there are allegations that his private parts were targeted as a form of torture. He endured this because he was fighting for Kenya. Please, let's show some respect, one commented. And yet, as the debate raged, attention shifted from Baba's trousers to his team. Why was this photo posted in the first place? Where was the vetting, the filters, the zoom and enhance? You see, Raila doesn't just appear. His public image is a calculated affair, a tightly controlled display of presence, power, and curated with the precision of a state house dinner. And this was a rare fumble. You see, every photo is supposed to be vetted, polished, and approved before it hits the X-verse. Yet, somehow this one slipped through, leaving a tale to face the wrath of netizens who have turned photo forensics into an Olympic sport. These photos are sent through the official communication office. They should have scrutinized first before posting. Or maybe the State House wanted to embarrass Jacom. What an oversight. One commented, Raila anaibishwa in Homa Bay, and Philip Etale was the guy who was used to tweet the photo. Yani amekuwa a mole in ODM. Another added.
Hamjambo tena. Jituo saureu. Oyaore. Gunmaver. Thank you. Your Excellency.
Now, of course, this isn't the first time we have seen a high-ranking African leader caught in such an incontinent situation. Who could forget former President Mwai Kibaki's infamous wet trousers moments? Or South Sudan's President Salva Kiir, who literally made headlines for wetting himself during a national anthem. So, is it time we stopped losing our minds over an 80-year-old man having a possible bathroom misfire? Because whether it was a water droplet, a wardrobe malfunction, or a betrayal by the bladder, one thing remains clear. Raila Odinga has given his all for Kenyan politics. The least Kenyans can do is stop obsessing over his zip and start zooming in on what really matters.
Poleni sana. Nakuwa na uchungu ukikumbuka mtu tulikuwa pamoja anakuambia kwamba mimi sitakuona tena. Anatoka pale anapeleka kule ananyongwa. Kwa hivyo saa nyingine mkana sisi tunakuwa na hasira sababu kuna sababu. Wengine waandishi wa habari hawaelewi. Wanawake wao hawajaona mambo kama yale. Lakini hii harakati ya ukombozi imetoka mbali.